Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today is another video in my series on my favorite films of the 1970s. I'm really enjoying doing this video series and I hope you're enjoying it as well. And this next one I thought I should maybe mix it up. Again, I'm choosing these titles as they come to me, as as I'm thinking about them, rather than going in a specific order. And hopefully I'm picking some that maybe you haven't seen before. There's lots of great movies in the 70s, and I'm sure I'm not going to even have all of them or pick all of them either. So, but this one really was speaking to me the other night, and it is The Goodbye Girl with Richard Dreyfuss and Marsha Mason. And there's the back of that one. And I can't say enough great things about Warner Archive. This is a Warner Archive release. It is a Blu-ray, and I'll just show you the inside. It's really no frills on the inside, but you've got the Blu-ray there on the inside of the case. No extra features, but I really love Warner Archive. I love what they're doing with their releases. They do have a storefront on Amazon. They used to have their own website, and I remember participating in the 4 for $40 sales now and again. But I just love that they are continuing to release some quality products and films, including with extra features too. This one just doesn't happen to have any on that. But I love this movie. I just remember going to see this movie early on in the 70s. I saw it in the theater in 1977, which is when the movie came out, with my mother. I actually went to see it. I remember exactly where I was sitting in the theater. We were sitting pretty close to the screen. I just loved it from beginning to end, and I've seen it so many times over the years. And it is really just a romantic comedy with Richard Dreyfuss. And again, I'm sure I saw Jaws many times at this point, so I was always a fan of any actor that was in Jaws. I would seek out those films, and Richard Dreyfuss was in this one. And he happened to have won an Academy Award for this. And I was reading about it too. He was for quite a while the youngest person to win an Academy Award. He was 30 years old when he won it. And he gives an amazing performance in this movie. This is a romantic comedy. It's directed by Herbert Ross, who did other movies that were written. This movie was actually written by Neil Simon, so I'm a big fan of the theater. So and it has kind of a theatrical feel to it. But Herbert Ross also directed some other films like California Suite and The Sunshine Boys, also that was written by Neil Simon. So. I'm going to read the back, as I always do, just so if you're looking for this, which I believe you can still find. It's interesting, too, as I'm doing this particular series, I'm also looking online to see if it's streaming anywhere. And this one is not streaming that I can see. Obviously, you can probably purchase it online through Amazon. But I have the physical media, so it's great to be able to go to my collection and watch the movie that I'm thinking about. I'm going to read the back here. Again, this is something you would see if you're going to buy the Blu-ray. It's just this description here so that I don't spoil any first viewings of the movie. Paula McFadden knows, in romance, actors all follow the same stage instruction: exit. Without warning, her actor boyfriend split today for a movie role and sublet their Manhattan apartment. The new tenant's name is Elliot Garfield, played by Richard Dreyfuss. His profession is an actor. Richard Dreyfuss and Marsha Mason deliver comedy, zingy repartee, and bitter-to-best romance in The Goodbye Girl, a lustrous charmer featuring Dreyfuss's Academy Award-winning Best Actor performance. Neil Simon's screenplay deftly combines Battle of the Sexes appeal with an off-Broadway subplot whose scenes are the funniest since Mel Brooks' Springtime for Hitler. And the producers, says Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times, you'll laugh, cry, and cheer. Just say hello to this magical movie. And it really is a magical movie. This movie makes me cry, laugh. I'm amazed by the performances of Marsha Mason and Richard Dreyfuss. The chemistry is amazing between these two. I love the music, which is the song "The Goodbye Girl," written by and performed by David Gates. I love that. Also, this movie introduces Quinn Cummings as Lucy. She is also great as the 10-year-old child of Marsha Mason. I also love, as I've said in many videos, I love seeing New York City in the 70s. It's just amazing to see it. I actually lived in New York City in the late 80s. And it just reminds me of the time that I was there in New York City. And so this movie is great. I especially love just the interplay between the two. There's lots of sad moments, lots of funny moments, lots of happy moments. Richard Dreyfuss plays an actor who's working in an off-Broadway production of Richard III. And he's asked to do some pretty, things he doesn't agree with in the play. So that's also very interesting to watch. But the movie has a really fast pace to it. It's a wonderful romantic comedy, and I just love the two of these actors together, as well as the entire cast is completely amazing. So, love this movie. Highly recommend it. I've seen it many, many times. It's one of my favorite movies from the 1970s. So I thought I would share that with you today. Let me know in the comments below also if you have a favorite movie from the 70s. I'm going to be probably doing this series off and on for the next couple of months at least, because there's so many great movies in the 70s, and I'm just picking movies that come to me. So whatever comes next after The Goodbye Girl, I don't know what that is, but I will pick the next movie and do another video on it. Also, if you can feel free to follow me on Letterboxd. I love that site, and I'm tracking all of the movies that I'm currently watching besides the 70s movies on there, as well as a special list of the 70s films that I've covered so far. Also, in the description below, there is a playlist of all the videos that I've done on the 70s movies, so far. So if you missed one, you want to go back or see what else I was talking about, feel free to click on that list and go through those videos. But again, I'm really enjoying this video series. I want to thank you so much today for watching this video. If you like this video, click on like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do consider subscribing. That would be awesome. I sincerely hope that everyone is safe and well, and I'll talk to you soon.